Hello, I'm Larry Fryer, and welcome to Fortville Feeders. Fortville Feeders is the premier parts handling and feeding system in North America. Fortville Feeders was launched by Michael Kraus in 1979, and he started this business in his own garage. We now operate in a 60,000 square foot facility dedicated strictly to parts feeding excellence. Our engineers are expert designers who combine years of parts handling knowledge with the latest technologies. Our toolers are very high-skilled craftsmen specializing in parts feeding systems. We have our own in-house machining and milling capabilities, including CNC milling, EDM drilling, and waterjet direct-to-print cutting. We'll move on to various track examples, linear track examples. We have, of course, our standard vibratory inline tracks, flat belt type conveyor tracks, and we have also air track examples. And air tracks are becoming much more popular for us. We are getting involved with air tracks with our EDM machine here, where we're putting a 30 thousandths hole at a 30-degree angle and extending the lengths of our tracks to whatever length we need for the application. But you can see in this example here, there's no obstruction underneath that track itself. So this track can extend all the way into the chassis of the assembly machine without any obstruction. You can also hold the tolerances very, very tight here in comparison to a vibratory track because of the fact that you can hold the part much closer with flanges and so forth, and not allowing flanges to overlap. If you have a vibratory track, you have to have about 10 or 15 thousandths clearance to allow that part to move in a vertical fashion to move down the track. With an air track, you can hold those tolerances much tighter, and the part will still be able to be held edge to edge. It's very similar to like an air hockey type setup you had. This is another version of a air track, and this was a forced air with a motor blowing the air track in comparison to compressed air that you see in the previous slide. This was 10 feeder bowls lined up, and the parts would come down, and it was a blower at the end. The only thing I'd advise in regards to this blower type application is those blowers are very loud, so you would probably need to shroud that for sound abatement purposes. This is just a very abrupt down 90 degrees track on this example here. You can see how the parts are coming out on the horizontal and then turning a very abrupt 90 degrees. Then we have also a bubble type track with some O-rings here that come off of a single line out of the bowl, and they bubble into 4 lines there. And then all sorts of different conveyor configurations and traffic control.